get ready with me to go to a birthday party. I'm gonna run an experiment. Anything shimmery that I want, I'm going to make out of mica. I've got my handy dandy Duraline. But first I'm gonna start with making a glowy primer. So I'm just gonna take a regular primer that I have and I'm gonna mix it with a color of mica. So I don't quite have the mica that I want because I wanna replicate my Wet n Wild Dewy Primer. So I actually have this loose powder by LA Colors in Honeysuckle. So I've got my pigment, I've got my primer. Let's mix it. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, wow. This actually looks exactly like the Wet n Wild Dewy Primer. And it just gives me this really, really, really nice glow. Oh, yes, yes. All right, now I'm gonna take my Duraline and I'm gonna mix it with this really pretty light orange pigment to make a liquid eyeshadow. I'd like to call this one Dreamy Creamsicle. Now you might not remember, but with the Duraline, well, I'm gonna say remember again. But with the Duraline, you do not use primer because it ends up with a whole bunch of gumminess. Oh, look at that, oh my gosh. Wow, okay, gotta let it dry. So you gotta hang here like this. It's just wonderful. I'm gonna do some blending with the mattes from the LA Colors Sunset Palette. Just perfection. So I just bronzed with the Siren. I mean, I look like I just spent an amazing day at the beach. This is why I rave about this one. Today is full of experiments. So I'm gonna put on primer, mascara, more primer, more mascara, more primer, more mascara to see how fat I can get my lashes. And I'm gonna keep my left eye for reference as I build up on this side. All right. One primer, one mascara, primer, mascara, primer, mascara. Third time is a charm. Now this is the last I'm gonna go because it looks like it could start getting spidery, but look at that. So, primer, mascara, primer, mascara, primer, mascara. Love it. While that's drying, I'm going to use this one. It has this pretty holographic orange as my highlight. And then this one is going to become my blush. Remember, I'm adding Duraline to make them liquid. Just look at these lashes, no falsies. Look at the highlight, look at the blush. So unfortunately doing it with the wet sponge, such a pretty color, actually lifted my contour, my bronzer, so I put it back. So I'm going to try applying it with a dry brush. Go to part 2.